Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow, where we discuss everything and anything as it concerns us, and you too. We have you in mind. You get me? So, today, I never ever do this alone. So, I'll start today by introducing the people I have here with me. To my left, let them know your name again. Light. Imole.
Debatably so.
The ever gentle, not so gentle, yet to figure out if it's true. Light. So, to my right, I also have Mr. Cyril.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on the show, sir.
Yeah.
Barrister.
Yes.
Every time we appreciate your presence.
My pleasure.
We appreciate your presence. So today we'll be discussing something that is arguably not so popular in this part of the world. In its entirety, at least, it's not, because you get to know what I'm talking about. So the question we're asking today is, are rules of etiquette only for the rich? I know you are looking for the definition of etiquette in your head. You want to know, don't worry, I'll help you. So etiquette rules are not exclusive for the rich, but rather guidelines for polite behavior that can be applied by anyone, regardless of social class or wealth. Etiquette encompasses various aspects of social interaction, emphasis on social interaction, from table manners to the way you communication, how you dress, respect for cultural differences. It's a lot. So understanding etiquette helps to build positive relationships and create very inclusive environment. And when you want to start a conversation, it's the right place to get understanding and respect is to have a proper perspective as far as etiquette is concerned. So now, the question of etiquette. Let me first of all throw it like this. I will start from Barrister. You're well-traveled, well-read. One rule of etiquette that you think if you say it, I would be shocked or would be shocked on this table. I want to put you on the spot. One that you've probably met somewhere or interacted with in any part of the world, or even here. Maybe one that you feel.
I have many, but you said one.
One. Yeah.
So, in China,
Okay.
if you do this to someone, it means this here.
Oh.
If you do this to someone, it means this here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
they don't use that because it's offensive to do this.
To do this
In
is
China.
I thought it was a universal okay sign.
No. That explains to you why the Chinese are not even on your social media.
Yeah.
Partly. So that is what it is. But general social etiquette behavior, one of the fundamentals of it is say thank you. Say thank you. People hardly do that. You ask somebody a question for direction, say thank you. Somebody serve you food or whatever, regardless of whether you are paying for it or not, say thank you. It's very important. I respect people. That is, now every person who will work in a corporate organization or anywhere should look for a finishing school and attend.
A what now?
A finishing school.
Finishing schools.
Yeah, that's why you learn etiquette.
Oh,
We talked about poise before we got into this. Is a finishing school.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the things they will teach you in a finishing school are the things that will prepare you for corporate engagement anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Okay, I went to finishing school. In the finishing school, they taught us that if they announce to you or in the menu there is a 6-course meal, okay, and you have like 4 glasses. Of course, you should be able to differentiate the water glass from the champagne glass from the, you must sort it out. You must know. Because there will be no time to ask the waiter to explain to you. That's what you should have learned at the finishing school.
And these things not too much.
Do you think we can keep up to that in our everyday lives?
Because
live like that.
I've seen people who are highly intelligent.
Okay.
They have gone through interview for multinationals from the stage to see when you get to the dinner. They get to
the finishing.
Yes, they get to the dinner, the finishing line. They will take the water glass and pour champagne into it. Or they will
Is it not
They will mess
human
up.
beings being extra?
No, you can
The
just but you
of
can
a
just
glass. This is me talking like a typical African man. My apologies, but the purpose of a glass is so that I can pour something liquid inside, hold it
so
for
that
me,
it can contain
and
anything.
I can take it into my mouth.
Yeah, but there are
Why?
different glasses for different.
And the way you even place them, the way you
for
hold them.
different
The
liquids.
way I hold them,
And
too.
yes.
They are made.
I think I'm a bloody illiterate.
So
in this
if you
part.
have, and when they serve the 6-course meal, you should be able to differentiate the appetizer from the main meal
And the dessert.
and the whatever it is. You should be able to do that. Maybe a soft Google search could help. It doesn't mean
I have
you must
a question.
attend
I have a
finishing
question.
school. You can
Barrister.
actually get.
Before I go to Mr. Sir, I have a question. What you said, I'm trying to pretend like I get it, but I don't quite get it. Typically, I watch cooking shows. What I hear is 3-course meal. When you say 6,
We have 6.
7 course. 7.
We have 6.
please
No, 6.
educate me. I
Yeah,
don't understand.
it-
Does that mean at a go? A 3-course meal typically is something to whet your appetite, the appetizer, the main dish. Then after that, the dessert. You know, you just have it. It makes perfect sense. Making 3, 6, or 7 is rattling me. How does that work?
We don't have a caterer here or a professional cook here.
Okay.
Okay, but I have seen 6-course me, and someone has to run us through the process.
Oh, okay. To put it in perspective, is it like that 6-course is going to run from breakfast till lunch?
No. It's a meal. It's
A
a
meal.
meal now. It's a meal.
It's table.
It's
I
a
want
meal.
to take.
Yes.
And it's 6.
Yes. So you go through, not like you will consume everything to the latter, to the shining the
The
plate.
way we finish stuff in this part of
Yeah,
the
you
world.
don't have to. Sometimes it may be a buffet or something, but it's what it is. So you should know how to go around it. That if you are leaving your seat to ease yourself, you put your towel across your seat. So the waiter is communicated to that you're not done.
Wow.
Because if you leave it before you come, the waiter will have cleared the place. Because what it means is that you are done.
So that's my putting my napkin on the chair
Yes.
is offline message to the waiter.
Yes,
so to
that
speak.
you are not done. If
Okay.
you're on a staircase and a lady is coming on the staircase, you clear for her. When you are out there, you don't shake a lady first. You stand and exchange please, and if she stretches her hand, you shake her.
If she's not a feminist, that is
Those are
Mr.
rules
Cyril.
of etiquette.
Sorry, that was a joke.
My advice would be that we shouldn't stay in spaces where these things don't matter.
We shouldn't stay. Mr. Cyril is looking for
No,
trouble.
if you are in those spaces, it means
should-
you don't matter really. It means you are not striving hard enough.
If you're not if you're not there, right?
This
Yes.
this convo is a
Because
lot.
I call it circulation. A man's circulation matters. Who you meet, where you go. Let me just say it on this table. I used to attend the church when I first came to Lagos. First church I attended. A lot of good people were in the church. Big names in it, very big names. I mean, we could interact. It was in the church. But I observed that I hardly saw them outside of church.
You hardly saw them outside of church. You mean within the premises of church or outside the...
So we meet on Sundays.
No,
In
religion
fact,
broke the protocols now.
at a point, I even became an official, like an ex-co of the church. So we met more often in the church.
Okay.
But outside,
Okay.
can't see them.
I
Okay.
didn't see them.
That won't be cause for...
One time, my mom came to Lagos. She wanted to go back, but so she was. I saw her to the airport. Then I saw one of them there. You know what I mean? Maybe if you went to ShopRite, some of those places, once in a while you could see mom, or maybe the cinema. Once in a while you could see them. Or if you dine at some of the choice restaurants and
Yeah, obviously.
cafes. But if you're in those places where those things don't matter, so that's where I'm going.
Not bread and beans, so.
Now they talk now. if you're used to Yasukuras just go and say, go easy.
You are circulating yourself wrongly.
Life can begin there, but it should not end there. God
It
knows,
can begin
it should
there.
not end there. It should not end there. So don't let us take this for granted. Somebody came to my former employer. We taught us this coaching thing and how to achieve this and that and that. So after he was done, that guy is one of the leading HR consultants in Nigeria. He said he had won a contract from one of the major ISPs in the country, and that they only needed to have dinner, and then they will start the rollout. So he didn't know that the dinner was part of the test. Frankly, he didn't know. He honestly didn't. He thought everything was in the back. So, and it was just simple. I won't say his name, but I said, B, could you pass the salt? Now the table was like this, of course, obviously rectangular, and they were dining. Some were on this side, some on the other side, and they just told, could you pass the salt? Him go and carry the salt, stretched for the white man like this.
Okay.
When it should have been, you need the salt, pass on to the next person who would have passed until the thing would have.
What if the what if the table stretches? If you get what I'm trying to say, and at this, say like the 10, 11 people before he turned and walked through another 10, 11 people before he gets to you.
No, but
I could easily just slide it over to you.
No. One of the benefits of polite society is that people shouldn't be susceptible to rash behavior. If you check very well, the place where they put priority on these things are mostly banking, finance.
Yes.
They're very mindful of who. I mean, some banks will sack you if you imagine
that is why they don't employ you directly.
Yes, they don't. Imagine that
they get a HR firm.
Yes,
to do the recruitment.
Imagine that. I mean, I know one of these big banks. Their staff will never go on the road to say, just come out of the bank, I'm hungry, and I'm going to buy my by the road. That's the last thing you ever come to that bank as a staff there. It matters. You see, when it doesn't happen, it doesn't reckon for anything. But when you see that faux pas take place, immediately you are afraid. This is the bank I just came out from.
They call it image management.
Image management, yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's a whole discipline because three things will make you in this life. You must be conscious of these three things, especially when you are fresh from school. People, places, and events.
People, places, and events.
Yes, that's your 3 circles. It talks about circulating yourself. That's the 3 areas you must circulate yourself.
Yes.
People, places,
yes.
and PPUs.
In the marriage at the wedding at Cana, it was Christ's prominence started from that people. His mother, his siblings, and all that, neighbors, friends. You know, that event did the magic of publicity.
Yeah, to a great degree.
To a great degree. You know. Then, everywhere he went after that event, people recognized him. People, places, and events. The things you do in the places you go to. Okay? And the kind of people in your circulation matters so much in everything you do. It does not matter whether you're a lawyer, engineer, or whatever. That is the place that will get you. It's not the school you attended that will get you started.
Yeah.
It is people, places, and events. Doesn't matter whether it was a church or a club or this Lion Club, Junior Chambers, Rotary. It doesn't matter. But you need to know how to manage people, places, and events. Because by extension, your connectivity is going to be by your ability to apply yourself to the people you meet.
Yeah.
Your ability to apply yourself to the people you meet.
And if you are not one who have a good knowledge of ethics or etiquette,
you'll be found wanting.
Yes.
You will be found wanting.
Etiquette is the reason, lack of it is the reason why you come to work in the afternoon.
Yes. I was going to go there.
And I feel no
I
remorse.
was going to go there.
Then
I was going to go there.
Etiquette will guide you on how to take tea.
On how to take
tea in the office. How not to boggle office provision.
That's the thing. In Africa, especially in this part of the
how
world,
not to be entitled.
The idea of food comes with having your feel.
Rat behavior.
Having your feel. Because when we are done,
just consume.
When
rat behavior, yes.
Typically growing up, when mommy cooks, say one afternoon or one Saturday evening when they want to do something else, and she fries this good stew that has this thing that I forget the name, then fish, then eggs. Then she dishes the rice because you are very hungry. You've gone to play football and you got back, and she's like, "Will this be enough?" don't worry if it's not enough, you come back for more. So the subconscious speaks, food is for, the law of diminishing returns must apply before I stop. If I don't get to that place where I till, I'm not stopping. So the idea of coming to a world where
that is why you should know where to apply the limit. Okay, so that they don't say he has no home training.
Yes.
Okay, but the society expects too much from you.
Yes.
What society expects from you, your home front cannot deliver it.
Yeah.
Alone.
They can't. That's why they sent you to school. That's why they sent you to church. Let church do
Why
small.
interact socially,
Let the school do
pick
small.
here,
So that
pick here,
because
pick here, pick here.
society is expecting so much. So if in your house this is the particular way you eat and do things, when you are getting into the corporate world, or you are one of maybe a middle level manager in a bank or in an IT firm or whatever, and you have been transferred to the UK, for example, and this is the welcome party, you will have to deliver a speech, how you feel about the event. You will partake in a dinner. They will take you out.
I can imagine
to a club.
all those kind of things.
So now, how would you prepare yourself for that event? That is
Why
why.
And those are no longer your friend circle from school or from neighbor or from
and that is why we see a lot of movies. Okay, to help us fine tune what is the best, like the movie. What's this movie? Burden of Evidence. Okay, it's an old movie. A young lawyer had made very great, results in law of taxation and all that in the US. A company gave him an offer, a very huge offer I couldn't resist. He went and consulted. He said, but this offer is good. He took the offer. Now, to face the challenges that come with that offer, he was overwhelmed. Brilliant, understood the law, was able to apply the cases right, but to meet the people that the company expect him to meet, to strike the deals and to bring in the millions of dollars.
People, he found it hard.
Yes. No, he got stuck. He got stuck because part of the things he was supposed to confront, he couldn't. He lost it along the line. Part of it was he was to join cultism too, which was not explained to him. You understand? He was to be able to do certain things as residual knowledge. He should have residual knowledge on certain situations. You understand? So it was easy for the other side to test him, just with a girl in a club one night, and the whole thing come crumbling.
That is sounding. Sorry that I'm digressing a bit, but it sounds really similar to the plot of John Grisham's The Firm. I don't know if you've read it.
Yes, it sounds.
I don't know if you've read John
I've read
Grisham.
The Firm. The Firm is almost the same thing. He's a tax lawyer.
Yeah, yes.
And then he got this offer. It was heavy. So much money was coming, but he couldn't also, So
yeah, I see it.
You always have.
I see it.
It may not necessarily be that you will jam. You have to meet with issues that will make you compromise your belief.
Yeah, it doesn't, obviously.
But you will meet issues that you will not be able to address if you have not gone through.
If you are not equipped enough.
If you are not equipped, that makes you incompetent.
Yes.
I
saw one thing. Let me act light. How many times do you maintain eye contact when you have conversations?
How many times?
Do you maintain eye contact when you have
Of course I do.
Like straight dead in the eye, you're looking at the person?
Of course.
Oh, okay. That's good, because one of the things I found is maintaining eye contact is a form of etiquette.
Yes, maintaining eye contact, especially when you are in a corporate place or anywhere.
And some people find it hard.
Growing
up at a point,
in this part of our world,
it's not. See, the human person have a lot of internal struggles. Everyone.
Yes.
When you see people who do those things easily, not because they are special, or maybe because they have extraterrestrial abilities. It's just that they have been able to buckle their way through it and
Training.
say yes, and say whatever it is, let it be.
No, but you know, so I imagine that in some African cultures, looking at the elder.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
like,
it seems that when light was
yes,
about to
they
go
don't.
to-
But the word seems
Very
to have gone
disrespect.
beyond that.
So they
don't
you see,
I wouldn't agree 100%. Maybe the word
Even
has,
till
but as
now.
a society, we have not.
so
we
let me
have
speak
not.
to that now.
Your head must be
You
bowed.
still don't look at some
your
people in
head
the
must
eyes,
be
yes.
bowed. You must
You
be at
don't.
you must cower
No,
in
no,
front
no.
Must be
of.
pious or something.
Yeah, you still don't look at some people in
coming.
the eyes.
There is some, I was talking of circulation earlier, and maybe I will just limit my whole intervention today to that issue of circulation. I once had a contract. I was working on something for somebody. Then they said, you need to reach out to one of the people that I've worked in the past to also give you perspective. So I sent an email, then I got booked to this person, big name in Nigeria. So we had a Zoom call. The person was in Nigeria, he was in the US at the time. So we had to book a Zoom call. Then I realized that the person kept on drifting from the subject to me.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, see, there's a skill to do those things actually. As Christians, we like to say the grace of God and the help of God, and I give God all the glory. Do you understand? But there's a way so for example, let me say this. I imagine that if I was speaking to the CEO of a bank, now he walked in and maybe we have an event and he says, "Where's Barrister Philly?" It is one to say he is coming or he will come. He said he will come. You know, that's a very banner of
You know, yeah. Very. Yeah, I get you.
So there's way to communicate that for him to look at me and say, this person isn't lightly educated. Because the truth is that, David,
Or law and etiquette.
yes.
Agree.
And those are the things that attract you before they can ask you further questions. Sometimes they are testing without you even knowing. And believe
That's
me,
the place of communication.
every man has his day. I tell my wife, I say every man has the chance to prove himself. He may not know that day has come, and it has even probably passed. But yeah, so for me, I said somebody came to teach us. I had to call him. I said, okay, this coaching thing, I'm interested. I paid him to teach me the preliminaries, and then even certificated. And I'm planning to do another one with him again. So how do I mean? If we are in places where these things don't matter, we're not in the right places. So. Except your plan is
you are circling back to that statement
like
over and over.
Like to say that Nigerians have become to poverty. No, but it is true.
It's true.
It takes men to lift men. Okay? If you're really interested in scaling your way up the ladder, it is important that, you look at how do these people think? What do they do? Where do they go? Why are they?
And you try to put yourself on that pedestal.
Why are they?
And in addition, for you to distinguish yourself from everybody that comes to them.
Yes.
Anytime you are going to them, go with a gift.
Okay.
The very high class people. A lot of people take from them. People hardly give
to them.
Yes, people hardly.
So for you to remain.
So I was in a place with my boss not too long ago, just recently, last week. And in Abuja. So I had gone to see him and he was so bitter that I don't used to call. I've not been coming to him and all that. He said, well, you know what? We're going to Transcorp. And
he didn't mention any place in Qatar based.
He doesn't put any other place other than Transcorp.
Did you hear that?
So we went. And we did buffet for 4. Okay. So I was doing the buffet for 4. He now said, waiter, where's the bill? You need to get the bill quick. So as the waiter was leaving, I touched the waiter. I said, bring the bill to me. You know. So he brought the bill to me and I just gave him my card and paid. So he took his champagne and stood up. Where's this waiter? Where's the bill? I kept quiet. I moved forward a bit. Him and his friends, they were standing. The waiter now came and pointed at me that I've paid. Oh, it's my boy. Let's go. Do you know that 2 of his friends were asking him, who is that? That would take up this bill. They were discussing. He told me later. So one of them now said, watch out for that guy. He said, I know that. You know, see, there are certain sacrifices. Because he told them, he floated this, he floated that, the lawyer did very well. When we got together again at the car, they now gave me their cards and reintroduced themselves to me. They had introduced themselves before.
So I see what the causation to
Yes. So there are when you mix up proper.
Yes.
No school will teach you any of these things.
And I said, now it is not even a function of just mixing up. There were some things that to someone that is not as intentional, we just wait and do and just be there. And you took the initiative to do what you did that place, and it paved the way for further conversations around you.
Rich people, very rich people, hate crafty people.
Yes, they do.
You understand? It's his birthday, and you are like, what can I get for? Like, I will call him and say, sir, the problem I have with you is that you have everything. I don't know what to give you. You'll be laughing. How do you give a man that have everything something? But just a bottle of wine, the way we appreciate it. He has costly wine in the fridge. He doesn't drink them.
Or the gift.
That good one you bring, you will open it in your presence, and you guys will take it
down.
And that is what matters to him.
So what we are saying, if there's something I'm taking away from this table today,
it's not ethics.
Gratitude is a very, very,
very
important.
Gratitude, no matter how. You see, Jesus talked about the 10. What were they called? The 10
virgins. Which one?
The lepers.
The 10 lepers.
Okay.
Yeah,
the 10
one
lepers.
of them came back.
Yes. One came back to say thank you for what and all that. The emphasis on, because being grateful is part of what we have discussed here. Is ethics. Okay, see, if you really want to go down the ladder of life, go down very, really, really down. It's for you to try to be smart around prosperous people. Try to be smart to cut corners and still be relevant with them. That's the best way to go down the ladder. Because they are smarter than you.
You are guaranteed.
Yeah, they are smarter than you. They will not even tell you. But they will sever the relationship in a way that will
and there is a way I hear they know how to do stuff like that. It will be cold and very effective.
Yeah, it will be cold.
Severing of the
it will be very cold. And at the end of the day, you will lose out completely. Not like you are doing this because you want them to do you a favor. Or you want them to do...
It's a good character to imbibe.
So, I have been with this guy for long. When I told him that I'm traveling with the family, and that he said, which airline are you using? I say, yes, we'll be traveling in April. We have not decided the airline yet. So he said, I will give you an airline that will feed you 6 times on the air. I thought he was joking. He called his son to bring his phone. He said, which date? I was just watching him. He booked a ticket of 2 million plus. For a family of 4. You understand? Then the airfare was actually quite low.
I think that is entrance.
And then he just gave it out to me like this. Things like that. It just come like you'll be wondering, why is he doing this money?
Sometimes people say they do only for themselves, among themselves, but there's a reason for it.
There's a reason for it.
They say it's only them, but there's a reason for it.
There's a reason for it.
Because values are a way of communication.
Yes.
And if you speak my language, I'll come closer to you.
Yes.
Values are a way of communication.
The thing is, you may never have a second chance to make a first impression. So the first time you meet the person, how do you communicate who you are to that person? The man said, I'll be surprised if this is the last time you and I spoke. I did as if I didn't hear what he was saying. I was the one who didn't want to follow up on that thing.
So that was suggestive to say that
he said,
I look forward to
He said, when I come to Nigeria, we are going to collaborate on something. But I wasn't in that frame of mind to do things as at that time. So I didn't pick up the bait. But this is the point. When you make contact up, and like I said, you make every man's opportunity comes. But whether he realizes it or not is another thing. And he shouldn't realize it. He should make this his subconscious way.
Subconscious, like you said, not necessarily because you are expectant of something.
No. Subconscious way. When we say, a lady shouldn't cross the gutter. Now don't come. She mean we. We get the money. We get the contact. We get everything. Why don't you put yourself in that same space and say, now we be this?
And just
Yes.
I feel
When
you.
we say when
I
you
feel
eat,
you.
don't cross your your cutlery. Say spoon and for which one cutlery is cutlery.
There's a way we just assume it's
Put
too
your
much. It's
fork
just
in.
rigorous.
Put your fork in.
You see this thing about
put your-
etiquette. For it applies to both sex, but I want to make a distinction for some women who are watching. When you meet people for the first time, don't act desperate. When they ask you to do things, don't talk about money or how much are they going to give us or that, because it has a way of pissing very, very prosperous people, successful people. They get pissed off if you begin to sound survivor driven.
That is what you use to initiate a conversation with them.
Yeah,
It sets them off.
Yeah, when it sets them off, when you begin to act like you must get money in every engagement. Many of them will disagree with what I'm saying, but that also play a role with the level of their thoughts and intellection. You have to be polite. Make it look like you are okay, even if you are not. Okay? No, you are going somewhere. Make it look like you are okay, even if you are not. There was a particular year I posted on my Facebook page that Christmas is just a few days away. And I discovered none of my friends here have given me anything. I was just playing songs. So people came to the major league ladies, say, they owe you. You are the one that should give us. Should I drop my account number? They started dropping their own account number. Meanwhile, I was asking somebody to give me something.
That's the typical Nigerian mentality.
Now, you see, there's this lady who came there and said, she doesn't have much, but I should drop my account number. I said, why do you want me to drop my account number when you don't have? You already said you don't have. So why should I drop my account? He said I should drop it. That whatever it is, she will give me. You understand? So I dropped the account number. Now she copied the account number and sent me 30,000. When she sent me that, I went to her and said, why would you send me that kind of money? It's too much. I don't need it. I'm just the social experiment. I don't need it. So I now told her, post the receipt of that money.
In the comment section.
Yes, in that comment section. Post it there. Write that you just transferred this money to me. She now did that. I asked her to send her account number. And I sent her 500,000 naira.
Yeah.
And the 30,000 back. And left it. You know what she did?
I like that kind of story.
She took the alert, the credit alert, posted it there again, and wrote about it. Everybody said, that's what I wanted to do. I thought, you are just doing this, you are doing that. I said, but see, the truth is, people don't see it. He that gathereth, or that's the scripture.
Proverbs 11:24. There is that scattereth,
yes,
and yet increaseth. There's that withholdeth more than is meet, and
poverty.
It tended to poverty.
You understand?
Yeah.
He that wants to protect his life will lose it.
You know, this conversation,
lose it.
because of time, we just have to wrap it up. We just have to. If there's something we are taking away that I want you as the viewer to take away, especially because of the peculiarity of our society, learn to say thank you. Learn to show gratitude, not merely just by words, even by giftings. Like he said, met out value so that they will give you back, value.
Don't ask people for things with a commanding tone.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
All those type of things. We'll bring the conversation back. Thank you for staying with us. And with that, it is a wrap on this episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV 7 and across all platforms. It is still Enterprise TV 7. Thank you very much for watching this episode with us. From us now, it is bye for now. Bye-bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.